Okay guys, this is Steve El Topo here, redmole.com, check it out. I'm coming to you with a quick lesson on cold reading. Now cold reading is something that was always brought up but never thoroughly given any ground in terms of the community of dating and meeting women. So what's important about it to know is that cold reading is not something where you're tricking somebody. It's not something where you're fooling them. It's something where it's a tool to learn how to open somebody up, to truly set certain parts of their personality free in front of you, and it builds understanding. Now cold reading we actually naturally do when we're gaining rapport in a natural state. We're not sitting there calculating, how do I trick this person into liking me? Alright? What we're actually doing is we're opening up certain parts about ourselves, finding commonalities, and we're assuming things about them, about their personality, which a lot of times are right. The more you do cold reading, the more socially intelligent you're going to be in understanding people. So I encourage everybody to go out there and do them. Now, so what we want to do is, in order to work this process of to really, really bring out certain sides about somebody that are going to hook so hard, that are going to shine bright, in somebody's emotions, somebody in the thoughts in their head about you. This is a quick little process to make this easier. And when you get better and you get more advanced, we can go into some really hardcore ones. But what we want to do is we want to work a cold read ladder. Now the cold read ladder works on the sense of human psychology in terms of compliance. Alright? If we get somebody to decide something 2 times in a short amount of time, short enough span of time, they're actually going to easily follow the next one. Alright? In sales we learn about this all the time. There's yes ladders and all sorts of things like that. So in cold reading what we want to do is we want to come up with 2 easy cold reads. 2 easy cold reads about people that are going towards their persona, that's their identity, their sense of who they are as a human being, that they feel deeply. We can also talk about their emotions, how they feel about their emotions, how they think about their emotions, what their emotions do to them, the patterns that they create in their life. The third thing is their sexuality. Now, that doesn't mean that we vulgarly bring this up. It means that we talk about their sexuality and that they feel comfortable talking to us about it. Alright, so in order to create a ladder for this, what we want to do is we want to create 2 easy cold reads that are still going in either of those directions, and then we want a hard cold read. Alright, one that will really, really mean something and bring them to us. Alright, we want to do this within like about a minute to 5 minutes amount of time. Alright, so a cold read that might be easy, might be somebody that you think too much. You can be clumsy. Alright? You're somebody that only has like a few really good friends, but a lot of acquaintances. Those are all simple surface level cold reads. You're somebody that second guesses yourself a lot. You're somebody that can, be really bold around the right people, but about personal things you drop the ball. Alright, so these are all simple cold reads. So what I always like to do is I always like to find out something about somebody. As soon as they show a moment of their true self, even if it's an emotion, even if it's something along the lines of like, they get nervous about something, they laugh nervously, they laugh because they spontaneously laugh about a weird thing. Alright, so as soon as they say something like that, if they go, oh man, why are you bringing this up? And I'll say like, you know what, when you get nervous, you lose all control of stuff. Alright, so when you get nervous, you show your towels. That's essentially the cold read. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ladder this up to another one. I'm going to say, you know what that means? And I'm going to say my second easy cold read. You know what that means is you probably attract a lot of interesting people in your life. I don't know. Now if you notice, I'm being vague about all these. I'm being vague about, there's no true definition in it. Because the way a cold read is going to work is if they're compliant in it. If they're compliant in it, then it's solid. Alright, so they get nervous, they laugh about some situation. It happens all the time when we meet people for the first time. They can be fidgety, they can be, looking away and, looking all over the place, and they can be doing all that sort of stuff. You can say, you know what, when you get nervous, you shouldn't play poker because you lose everything. But you know what that means, right? That actually means, well, and especially for you, is that you attract a lot of interesting people in your life. I don't even want to say because I might embarrass myself if I'm wrong. Right? All right, so that's it. That's it. That's the two levels of compliance we want to get. It's the two things that we want to get somebody compliant towards. Then we're going to hit them with a hard cold read. So let's go with a hard cold read that's towards somebody's emotional state. Right? And we can mix in a little bit of identity in this. So the cold read for their emotional state is you know what, one of your biggest fears is that you get really lonely. Like, it's tough for you to be by yourself. May not be so much right now, but like in the past, that's been a big deal for you. That's been like your moments of change, right? All right, so that's actually talking about their emotions, and that's talking about their identity and decision making of their internal self. Not about like, hey, when you see a blue pack of gum and a red pack of gum, you want to take both. You know, that's not going to build any investment. We need emotional investment. We need personal investment that they're going to build compliance towards. And that's how we're going to get that crazily instant rapport. All right, so a cold read for that, or the cold read ladder for that would be like, oh man, you know, when you get nervous, just don't play poker. Don't play poker because you let everything go. Don't freak out. But you know what? What's interesting is what I really like about that is that you probably attract some really interesting people that I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know the stories that you have with some of your friends because they're probably, if I tell you, I might embarrass myself if I'm wrong. But the reason why I say that is because I really bond with a certain type of person. Like, I bet, like, this is kind of true for myself, but the fears, like, that I have a lot of the times, like, dictate certain things about my life. Like, you have, like, a big fear. I can tell just from talking to you, just like looking at me right now, you have, like, a big fear about being alone. And about, like, it actually holds you back in a lot of ways. Like, it really can, maybe not so much now, but some of your biggest turning points in life were when you had that fear, like, approach you. It's like a big deal. But you know what? That's awesome. That means, like, I can totally understand you. All right. Now, what that's doing is these are things I like to talk about. People's decision making, what moves them, and when I find those things out, I become truly interested. And that's what we're trying to get when we're going for cold reading. Now, let's say we wanted to transition to a cold read, which was a little bit more aggressive, like something sexual. Like you're the type of girl that, man, if people knew what went on in your mind, it would be out of control crazy. You probably have all these bizarre fantasies and yada, yada, yada. So what we want to do is same ladder. Oh my God, when you get nervous, you tell all your tells. But you know what that means? It means like you make decisions like in weird ways, like bizarre ways. Like you can be so impulsive, and it works out for you a lot of the times. Like some of the best moments in your life, it actually worked out for you in that way. But it can also get you into trouble. You like that. Dude, don't look at me that way. You know what? I can tell that you're somebody. You have all sorts of like bizarre fantasies. Like I don't even want to know, but I bet they have to do with. Oh, dude, see, you're making me embarrassed. Dude, I bet you intimidate a lot of guys, or you actually don't feel comfortable with a lot of guys because you think what's going on in your mind, it might be too much for them to handle. And that can be kind of like sad if you don't know how to deal with it. All right, so that is a quick lesson on cold reading, how to work a ladder, and what we're going for in terms of cold reading. Remember, guys, I have some amazing custom workshops right here in Austin for July, August, and September, limited to 3 guys, day game, night game, 2 days. It's going to be amazing. So check out theredmole.com if you're interested in that, and talk to you guys soon. All right.